Hello and welcome to Chelsea Fan TV. You're here with Kev for another episode of Chelsea News. And today we're going to indulge in a few topics which has been another sticky week being the Chelsea fan as per usual. But before we start, I'd like to say, can we all watchers watching today, can we all like, share, subscribe, as it doesn't cost a penny. And as an up and coming channel, we'd appreciate all the support. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go into the three major topics of this week. Obviously one of them being the manager change in Frank Lampard, being very surprising for us Chelsea fans. One thing that strikes me is I don't think we planned that managerial appointment. I don't think they was planning to get rid of Potter so soon, and we had to get someone in quickly. They obviously understood the mistake they've made getting rid of Tuchel for Potter, and didn't want to make the same mistake, which is understandable. Getting someone in that can get us smiling a bit more. Obviously, we know Lampard's not a tactical genius, so we're not going to expect much on the tactical aspect. But someone that we love and that can do a number for us during the season. And Lampard's going to come in. He knows what to do now. Just come in, steady the ship, and we can do all the stuff behind closed doors within getting the manager, which I'm going to touch upon a bit after. But first of all, I'd like to get into the Wednesday's game against Real Madrid. Going into the game, a lot of us, probably 99.9% of Chelsea fans, knew that we wasn't going to get a result. Especially after the form we're going into the game with 3 games in a row without a single goal. This is probably the longest streak I've seen. I went to the game on Saturday against Wolves and we had 1 shot on target. So, it speaks volumes. We were never going to go to the Bernabeu and get a result. But yeah, start of the game, War was thinking he's going to go with a 4-3-3. And he never went with a 4-3-3. He went with the 3-5-2. Speaks to a couple of lads for the game. Got it spot on, got the line spot on. I don't think I would have changed anything. I probably would. For Kovacic, maybe would have been one of the changes, and probably a Madrid for Sterling. That's probably the only 2 changes I would have made going into the game. Started the game. Within the first 2 minutes, we could see the tactical plan that Lampard was going into the game with. We didn't get any players above the halfway line. We sat deep, and within the first 2 minutes, Joe Felix did exactly what I'd expect of him. Using his pace, getting him behind. And he didn't finish it. Massive chance. If we'd got that goal, it would have done so much for our confidence. And I think, the game plan as well. We didn't stick to the game plan throughout the game. I think we tried to play Real Madrid and try to play football, which, I can't knock us for doing. But I think if we stuck to the original game plan, sit deep, hit the ball into the channels and try and get the pace in behind, I think we would have probably come away with a better result. I think we reverted back to what we know, trying to play football, and it didn't work. Every single time we pushed our wing backs up the pitch, was leaving Vinicius Junior one-on-one for Fofana, and it was leaving Rodrigo one-on-one with Koulibaly down in the flanks. Dangerous game to play, because then what we had was Benzema one-on-one with Thiago Silva. What was happening is James wasn't tracking back and helping, Chilwell wasn't tracking back and helping. If we had just sat that 5, stuck at that 5 at the back, solid base, Kante and in front of that, would have been a lot more better for us. I think we got it wrong. We started the game right, and I think as the game went on, we got it wrong. And I think that was down to Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard not getting it right. Yeah, but we had chances. We had a good chance to get with Sterling as well. Um, could he have done better? I think he could have. Thibaut Courtois, one of the best stoppers in the game at the moment. Done really well to palm around the post. Going into the goals we conceded, I think our keeper, Kepa, could have done a lot better with both goals. Um, It wasn't the best ball by Carvajal. Was one ball straight through the middle of our defence, over the top of Silva, and I think the shot could have been, could have palmed it a bit more harder, just palms it straight into Benzema and 1-0 down, which was expected. Didn't come as a surprise really. I think when Real Madrid got into their fluid style of football, never really got that second gear as well. We just knew what was coming. Let's go into a bit about the part of the game as well. I was looking on the Sky Sports app, and Todd Boehly, our chairman, outspoken chairman, has come out and he said we're going to win the game 3-0. I'd just like to put this out there, for Todd Boehly, and really, us Chelsea fans don't want to be hearing this, It's embarrassing for us fans to be seeing and hearing some of the stuff that you're doing, going out for drinks before games and after games, We don't want to be seeing this. This is totally out of character for what we've been seeing. We've seen a Roman Abramovich who's professional, never really talks to the media, and just gets the business done. Now we've gone totally to the other end of the spectrum. We've got a guy that seems to like the limelight, talks about stuff openly. And for him to say we're going to win 3-0, what have you watched in the last 6 months of your ownership to suggest that we're going to win 3-0 against Real Madrid? I don't know what you've been drinking, I don't know what you've been taking, but please, it's got to stop, It's got to stop. It's embarrassing for us fans to be seeing and hearing this on a weekly basis. Can it just stop? Can we just let the football do the talking? You've got a massive, massive job on your hands now to keep the fans on your side with your next managerial decision. What you don't want is the fans to turn against you. And if it was that case, it's going to be hell for you. So please just keep the talking to a minimal and just make the right decisions off the pitch, please. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, just going into what I just spoke about with the next managerial decision. I'm not really a stats kind of person, We've got these people that like all this XG and all this stuff. I'm an old school guy. I just like to see what's in front of me. I like to see a manager, getting stuck in, having a plan, having good leadership as well, That's what we haven't seen under Potter. We haven't seen a leader. We haven't seen a manager that's gonna organise stuff, on the pitch. This is what I like to see as a manager, and that's how I believe what a manager should be doing. But yeah, we're gonna go into a few stats. We've been linked with these three managers. One being Jose Mourinho. The name speaks for itself. An absolute legend. One of the best managers ever in my eyes. Not just saying that because he's won 3 Premier Leagues, also I'm saying it because his stats speak for itself. And that's talking over a stint of seasons, He's managed Chelsea, Porto, Real Madrid, Tottenham, United, and he's now at Roma. And he's been there, done it. He's managed the best players in the world previously. Cristiano Ronaldo's, the Hazards, everybody, and he is a guy that comes in and demands respect, And in the circumstances we're in right now, with unsteady ship, we're all over the place. Top to bottom, the club is being run so poorly at the moment. I think no one else would come in and do a better job than Jose. He'd basically come in, steady the ship, he'd get rid of all the dead wood as quick as possible. We know Jose doesn't tolerate rubbish. He'd get rid of some of the dead wood in the squad. He'd know what to do with the money. He'd know who to sign. And we all know that he's coming to his, the late in the 60s now. He's probably going to hang his boots at some point or go into international football. So I think this is probably be his last club project. I think he's probably got a point to prove as well, having coming back to the Prem with United and Tottenham and not doing too well. So for him to come back at Chelsea and, you know, having the money and the backing, I think we'd be challenging next season. You know, I really do think we'd be challenging. If not next season, the season after, we'll be back. You know, obviously we're not going to be playing Europe next season, so we'd have all chance of winning something. FA Cup, it's getting back to what we know as Chelsea fans. It's getting consistent running games, winning, even scoring a goal would be well for us at the moment. So Jose for me at the top of the list, and then we're going to Luis Enrique, an absolute legend as a player for Barcelona, played with the likes of Pep Guardiola, played under Johan Cruyff, so him and Pep have got the same philosophy in regards to the style of football. And also, we're looking at a man that brought through Xavi, Iniesta, played with Rivaldo, played with all the legends of the game. You know, he knows what he's doing. You know, he's been there, done it at international level with Spain, who's just left. He's managed with Roma, his last club. Barcelona, unfortunately, where he had to leave due to incident with his daughter, who died, rest in peace, rest of soul. And, you know, he's won the Champions League, he's won the Spanish leagues, he's played and managed the best in the world. You talk about Neymar's, talking about Messi's, you know, and 61 win% ratio speaks for itself. He even went to Roma and played in the latter stage of the Champions League with them. And also, he played a brilliant style of football with Spain. Unfortunately, they went out, but he played a brilliant style of football with an average team in the World Cup as well, just gone. So, you know, there's another guy who's going to come in, and he's already, as we hear him, he's already came in and he's come along with a PowerPoint about what he wants to do with a single player, and he's already said he wants a DM and he wants a more mobile striker. So he clearly knows what he wants to do with the Chelsea project, you know, and he's someone that is not too old as well. If we're talking about project managers, we're talking about managers that can give you a style of football. It's going to give you quality. You know, it's going to give you a bit of charisma, you know, as well. A bit, you know, technical guy, all the above, ticks all the boxes for me. You know, so for me, he'd go in as second place, and also a manager that's been linked to us heavily as well in the Julian Nagelsmann. That'd probably be a fair choice if you know, as he really played a brilliant style of football, I couldn't tell you. I haven't really watched much of his teams, and what I can say is he'd done a good job at RB Leipzig. You know, he worked with Timo Werner, he worked with Vivel, who's our director of football right now. And he's worked with one of our players who's coming in Nkunku. So, you know, yeah, I think he'd probably do well, you know, but doesn't really excite me the prospect of him coming in. I'd probably go with the last two I spoke about. But still, he's won the German Cup and he's also won, you know, the German league once as well. So, you know, he's got some kind of win mentality, but nowhere near as much as Joel saying, and not even nowhere near as Luis Enrique. I think we need a manager now that's won and he's got a winning mentality. And Julian Nagelsmann obviously got sacked when his team was doing well for a reason, got replaced by Thomas Tuchel. Speaks for itself. I think even the buying board could say that he wasn't elite and got rid. We don't want managers that have been swapped for managers that we've sacked. We want top class managers that have been there, done it. You know, couldn't tell you about Nagelsmann. You know, but you know, you never know. Like I said, he's worked with Val. Maybe it could do wonders for us going forward. But I'd go with Jose and Luis Enrique as the main targets. Going into the Chelsea Brighton game just to finish off today. Going into this game, you know, very frustrating. Not scoring goals. 4 consecutive games in a row we haven't scored. That's the longest run since, you know, it's the longest run in a long time for a Chelsea fan. Not even seeing our team looking threatening in the final third. You know, it's embarrassing at the moment to be a Chelsea fan, and I'm scared. You know, I think a relegation battle is a bit half cooked. You know, I think we are safe, but you know, you never know. The form at the moment, we could slip It only takes another 2-3 more losses and we're right into it. So I think now we need to start picking up points. Going into a game against Brighton, we play attractive style of football, got dangerous players all over the pitch. We're talking about Alex McAllister, brilliant player. We're talking about a team that well set up for their style of football, and I think they'll keep the ball well. I think we've got to try and just play a similar game to Real Madrid, just try and hit them in a counter attack, and just try and get that goal. I think if we get a goal going into this Real Madrid game, that will do us the world of wonders in the confidence wise. We just need a confidence boost. We need to get a goal or two going into this game just to give us a glimmer of hope. So for me, a predicted score, I'd probably go with 1-1. I can't see us winning the game, and also I can't see us also losing. So I think a 1-1 draw would be a fair game. If we do score a goal, hopefully that gives us confidence going into next Tuesday against Madrid at home, to hopefully try and turn it around, which is, very important for us as a club. But I'd like to say thank you very much for watching today. All Chelsea fans, just hang in there. Good times will come again, I'm sure. Thank you for watching. And like I said, like, subscribe, share, do all that. Get this page out there. And thank you very much once again.